Hi. Current CC drama greets you. Chinese drama The Last Immortal Part 7. Kuching and Ayin came to Gixu Mountain and wanted to explain their intention to Princess Chenmin. Hong Yi, who was hiding in the Qian Kun bag, suddenly appeared and wanted to destroy Chenmin's birthday tree on the spot. Just because the Queen Baizi betrayed her faith and ordered parents died tragically. Seeing that Hong Yi and Chenmin were about to fight, Kuching hurriedly took out the clan emblem, and sure enough, most of Chenmin's anger was gone. Under Ayin's persuasion, Chenmin let Hong Yi go for the time being and handed over the Fire Phoenix Immortal Yuan to them. The former princess of the fairy clan, after experiencing prosperity, lived alone in the empty Gixu Mountain for hundreds of years. Her only joy was to regain her clan emblem. But when she put the clan emblem into the groove of the stone tablet, something unexpected happened. Exchange. Zhu Ying took advantage of the situation and tried to use the mountain protection formation to trap Kuching and Ayin. The three of them teamed up to deal with the demon cultivator, and Yan Shuang came out of the Qian Kun bag. Just as she found the formation, Ayin was about to cast a spell. Zhu Ying appeared and kidnapped Ayin, threatening Kuching to hand over the Fire Phoenix Jade. Kuching recognized Zhu Ying at a glance as the Black Shadow who had been outside the scorching fire barrier, causing Shang Yufeng to lose all his immortal energy. As soon as these words came out, Ayin suddenly realized that they were being plotted by the demons. I am afraid that the news that the clan emblem was in the night market was deliberately released. The reason why this was done was to use the hands of Kuching to bring the clan emblem contaminated with demonic energy back home. Kushan. Kuching pretended to take out the Fire Phoenix Jade, and took advantage of Zhu Ying to be knocked away by its barrier and rescued Ayin in time. Zhu Ying was unwilling to fail and wanted to capture Kuching and bring back the demons. The two sides fought fiercely. At the critical moment, Kuching's blood of chaos catalyzed the ancient emperor sword, and everyone saw Kuching pick up the divine sword to fight off the demons. The danger was temporarily lifted. Hong Yi took out the fox blood pill and gave it to Ayin. He said that he wanted to heal her injuries, but in fact he had some selfish motives of his own. As long as he took the fox blood pill, he could obey the instructions of the person who gave it. Hong Yi did not hide his love for Ayin at all, and at the same time he saw Kuching's thoughts on Ayin, so he proposed a fair competition, believing that sooner or later he would win Ayin's heart. After hearing this, Kuching directly denied it, saying that he regarded Ayin as his junior sister, and that he belonged to Princess Huashu in his heart. Ayin felt very uncomfortable when he heard this. Zhu Ying was injured and returned to Qinglin to recover his life. Even Qinglin did not expect that the Fire Phoenix Jade would have restrictions. Over the years, Qinglin has relied on demonic energy to transform into a human form, which has been quite difficult. She needs to absorb more than a dozen demonic pills every day to maintain her current form. Therefore, she is eager to find someone who is also a nine-tailed fox to possess her body. At present, it seems that only Hong Yi is the most suitable candidate, not to mention that he is still contaminated with the god-killing flower seed, which is a good time for Qinglin to seize the body. So after coming out of Gixu Mountain, the group went straight to Days Mountain. Kuching promised to treat Hong Yi's injuries and took him with him. Because it was still several thousand meters away from Days Mountain, Ayin's immortal power was relatively low, so he planned to rest in the demon world for one night before setting off. Hong Guo came to look for Hong Yi and tried to persuade him to go back to no avail. Instead, he found that he was injured, so he condensed nearly half of his internal energy into a bracelet and gave it to Hong Yi and secretly transferred the god-killing flower from his body into his own body. Qinglin originally wanted to take the opportunity to sneak attack Hong Yi, but was injured by Hong Yi's bracelet and had to escape from the demon world. Although Hong Yi didn't know all this, he had a bracelet to protect his body, and was difficult to approach. Cheng Lin set her sights on Hong Ruo. As the elder of the demon world and the leader of the Fox clan, it was easier for her to provoke a war between immortals and demons. It was a big deal for Kuching and Ayin to return to the mountain. After hearing the news, Xianxia came with Shenzhou to greet him. He felt relieved when he looked at the young master of the Fox clan standing next to Ayin. It's just that the two clans of immortals and demons have always had grudges. Although the war has stopped in the past 100 years, they still rarely interact with each other. Therefore, Shenzhou took out the rare demon hiding talisman in the three realms and gave it to Hong Yi. This act of kindness was to protect Hong Yi and also made Hong Yi had a slight change in his view of the people of the Immortal sect. Lamping took over as the Emperor of Heaven and took charge of the fairy world. He learned that the demons had been involved in the matter of the Fire Phoenix Jade, so he sent people to the demon world to discuss joint efforts to track down the monsters. However, the demon king Lin Sen was unwilling to intervene and even believed that the fairy world was mostly filled with incompetent and mediocre people who could not make a difference. Hong Guo had a different point of view, and combined with various recent suspicious signs, he instantly got of King Lin, but everyone felt that King Lin had been sealed and there was nothing to fear. During the meal, Xianxia pointed out that Kuching gave him a sky-shielding umbrella, which was a happy gesture for Pomeranian, which made Ayin feel very unhappy. Ayin learned that the Peacock tribe had defeated the Eagle King with its sky-shielding umbrella. She couldn't stay any longer, and found an excuse to get up and leave. Qing Yi presented lotus seeds to a yin and praised Princess Huashu by the way, causing a yin to lose her appetite. Hong Yi transformed into a prototype to scare Xing Yi to vent his anger on a yin, and offered to spend the night with a yin but was rejected. Ayin's younger sister Ayu has not yet broken out of her shell. She cannot be reincarnated like Ayin by accident. She still needs the nourishment of Ningyan Mountain. Since the war between immortals and demons 70,000 years ago, the whereabouts of Ningyan Mountain have been unknown. Kuching asked his senior brother to go to Nanshan Cave Mansion to borrow ancient books and trace the clues to Ningyan Mountain. Shenzhou once had a relationship with the master of Nanshan Mansion, and promised to help Kuching borrow ancient books. Here Ayin heals Hong Yi's injuries and consumes his immortal power. Upon seeing this, Kuching hurriedly sent the immortal fruit. Hong Yi said that if he wants to solve the problem from the root, he must find yin fire and yang ice. Unfortunately, such treasures are rare. If he can find one, he won't have to waste a yin anymore. Ayin didn't want them to worry and pretended that nothing happened, but Kuching silently kept Hong Yi's words in mind.